Over 500 children between the ages of 8 and 13 from communities throughout the Western Cape are set to take part in the Calypso Beach Cricket Festival this week. The event that is in its 30th year this year aims to introduce the game of cricket to children with little or no access to the game. Brad Bing is the founder of this initiative and he joins us on Zoom to tell us more. Brad, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Brad, I want to touch on the festival. Where did it all start? What is the inspiration behind the festival?
Well, I played cricket professionally overseas from 1985 to 1994. And every year I'd come back to South Africa thinking, wow, what programs can I bring back that can actually enhance sport in South Africa? And one of the programs I looked at was how the West Indians produced such a line of fast bowlers and absolutely brilliant cricketers. And I thought in 1990, when I started Sporting Charts, I thought, wow, what can I do to actually make a difference in South Africa? And I thought, well, let me just try and introduce this Calypso cricket into South Africa. And that's exactly what we did. And this year we're celebrating our 30th year.
How has the festival grown over the years?
Well, what's been exciting for us is obviously COVID's played a major part this year, so it's not as big as we have had it in the past. But in the past, what we've done is we've started up in KwaZulu-Natal in Durban on all the beaches up there and worked our way through East London because that's obviously the home of kind of, if I can call it, Black African cricket. There are a huge amount. There's a lot of talent out in the Eastern Cape. And we worked our way along the beaches all the way down to Cape Town. And the exciting thing for us is we've got 2 kilometers of beach. And I mean, if you go on a beach and you walk for 2 kilometers, it's a hell of a walk. And it's just so exquisite to see the amount of children that are so passionate about playing the game of cricket. And all I've done is I've just taken a simple concept from the Caribbean, implemented it in South Africa, and subsequently we've seen the results of so many children coming through the system, going on to play for either their provinces or their franchises, and some of them even for South Africa.
And the communities, how do you access them? How does the message get across?
Very simply, I've been working in our, if I can call it, our township or under-resourced communities for the last 30-odd years, you know. So all those young children that I worked with 30-odd years ago are now, if you can call it, they're in their 40s and they are kind of the community leaders. So all I do is I pick up the phone the guys and say to the chaps, listen, guys, this is the situation. Calypso is taking place once again. Can you organize the kids from your community? And the special thing about this is we use this program to actually market and promote the game of cricket throughout South Africa. Because once this program's finished, they then go back into their communities and carry on playing in a more formal capacity with regards to a program we run called Street Cricket. So you can imagine we market and promote Calypso cricket to get children hooked on the game of cricket. And once they get back to their community, they actually then play in the streets. And we obviously then supply all the equipment, and we make sure we've got the right coaches, the right community leaders, and that's how we're marketing and promoting the game of cricket throughout South Africa.
Now, this program will roll out over 2 phases. Tell us more about that.
You know, there's a very strong, to all our programs, there's a very strong educational focus. You know, we've spoken to the children about gender-based violence, you know, about money matters. Often people say to me, why do you talk to the children when they've got no money about money matters? Well, that's exactly the reason why we speak to the children about that. We've spoken to them about substance abuse, so we work with the Department of Community Safety, we work with the Department of Social Development, Department of Health. We've spoken to the children about teenage pregnancy. And this year, our focus is very, very clear. We've got to create more of a focus on the environmental awareness within our schools throughout South Africa. So we will be running a kind of a pre-Calypso roadshow into the schools with the city of Cape Town, their department, to actually talk to the children about the green life as such, and how do we educate the children from there. And then when they get to the beach on Thursday morning, the lovely thing is we'll clean up the beach. put that all that waste aside and then get stuck in and actually play Calypso cricket. And Calypso cricket, for those people who don't know, it's just where you get down to the beach. It's a non-elitist environment because all you've got is a bat and a ball and some stumps, and you're in a costume, and we supply each child with a T-shirt. And this year, fantastically sponsored by the Flash Group. And they come down to the beach, they get fed, and and that's the road show that we do. And then on the day itself, wow, you just got no idea how much natural talent and flair we've got in this country. And all I try and do is facilitate the opportunity for these children to participate in that in events such as this. And then obviously we identify talent and then look after that talent once we've identified it.
Talk to me about that specifically. What then happens once you've identified that talent? What are some of these success stories that have come from hosting this event?
Yeah, I mean, let me start with the successes. I mean, you've got to understand one thing is we as an organization have been around for 31 years, Sporting Chance that is, and we will never lay claim to anyone who goes on to be a success. That's just not our style. But what we do is we facilitate, and we've had guys come through and play cricket for their franchises. I mean, if I could name them, there's Nono Pongolo, who plays for the Lions. There's Malusi Saboto, who played for the Titans and for the Lions. There's Tami Tsolekeli was with us in 1991 as a 9-year-old, and he came down to the beach with Tutu Mazi, and he went on to captain the Lions and actually played for South Africa. And then obviously we're very proud to actually have facilitated the opportunity for a youngster called Temba Bavuma, who is our ODI and T20 captain. He came down to the beach as a kid, jumped on the buses, came to the beach, loved the game and carried on playing, and then obviously subsequently went on to play top-class cricket. So those are the guys who grabbed the opportunity and ran with it themselves. Then we've got a youngster called Bongo Makaka from Calypso, who is absolutely... You've got no idea how talented he is as an individual. And then he was lost on the streets of Calypso. And we organized a bursary for him to go to one of the top cricketing schools in South Africa. That's Wynberg Boys High School. He was looked after, and he subsequently has broken into the Western Province cricket team. There's Shrimani Masutu, who we got a bursary to go to SABC, which is another top cricketing school in the Western Cape. So what we do is we just make sure that when we really find a gem, that we try and put them into a cricket structure that actually can enhance their game, and not only sporting-wise, but academically. And all those guys have gone on to study further. And obviously, hopefully, if they don't make it in life, they'll have a degree behind them or a proper education. And if they do make it on the cricket field, wow, it makes us so... We just love... I just love it, to be honest with you. When I see success like that, I'm over the moon.
So give us details of this year's festival. What can the young ones look forward to?
Yeah, they will meet in their communities. There's Calypso, there's Langa, there's Gugulethu, there's Ocean View. All those communities, the kids will meet, the children will meet at a specific points. The community leaders then organize the children. They jump on the buses, they come down to the beach. They'll get to the beach roundabout by about 9 o'clock, 9:30. We're very lucky in the sense that we've got Food Lovers Market who will feed the kids, and then we brought in Milo and Peninsula Beverages to give the kids something to drink. And then they go onto the beach and they play. And they play for 3, 4, 5 hours. We obviously then have people on the beach who will be able to identify the natural talent and flair. And then when that finishes at about 1:30, 2 o'clock, they have a lunch and again something to drink, and then they get onto the buses and back to their specific community. So that's the format. That's Thursday, the 9th of December, on what we regard as the home of Calypso cricket, which is a Sunrise Beach near Muizenberg in Cape Town.
Listen, Brad, you know what? I'm not complaining. I see girls there in the photos, so that I'm very happy about. Brad, thank you so much for talking to us, Brad Bing, and he's been speaking to us about the Calypso Beach Cricket Festival that's taking place on the 9th of December. It looks like a lot of fun. Beach and cricket sounds like a lot of fun.